I'm the Resale Ronin,
And this is Thrift Store Scores.
picked up the monkey ball from preschool and just walking around looking for stuff. Got a few things. Pretty cool. Alpaca, fair trade, stocking hat, some Avalanche stuff, pair of BMW Gore-Tex boots that are $12.50. This is a pretty good pile, but I'll get into it later. I always feel like I'm leaving money on the table when I'm walking around these places. Especially when I walk past the women's section. It's racks and racks and racks of stuff that I'm absolutely clueless on. This kind of stuff used to pique my interest a little bit, but I have since moved on. Now this looks awesome. $3.99. That's a lava lamp. I think that's a score. We'll be taking that for sure. What am I always saying? Sony Discman. These things are always quick and easy score. Especially if you can get them for around $5 or $10. PS2 controllers, as long as they're original, official. Hey, look at that. That might be an Xbox 360 controller for $2.50. With no breakaway, and it's aftermarket, so I'm not gonna mess with it. But I will probably snag that controller for, let's see, yeah, it says $5, but it'll be half off when I get rung up. Probably skipping out on some electronics that worth something. Most of this stuff's about $5 or $10, but I just don't want to deal with it. These are always good pickup. It's a PS2 AV cable. That looks interesting. It's a big, heavy Sony receiver. If it had the remote, I think it would be a 1-mil slam. It does not. It's not as heavy as it looks, and I don't really like the connections. It's only $15, but I'd have to find a box for it, and it'd cost way too much to ship. Go ahead and plug this thing in, make sure it turns on, and basically see what it does. And it works. I don't really want to let it heat up, because I got to put it back on top of everything else. These racing wheels, if they're cheap enough, sometimes they're worth it. That's $3.50. No, not worth it. Oh, hey, there's another. When those controllers are missing the rubber, usually means they're shot. And even if they do work, they still don't sell as well. You want them to have everything. Like, the buttons have to be nice and all that. Interesting. A lot of times when you see a 360 controller and the breakaway is missing, you can look around and sometimes find it, and that's the only reason that I would want this controller in the first place is for the breakaway. Little stuff like this is just so easy to list so fast. These little hats, little gloves, Spider, Gore-Tex. Yeah, it's stuff to look for when you're out, especially when they're cheap. Everything in the cart's half off. So whatever price you see, it's 50%. Little hula doll. Wow, that is freaking creepy. It's probably worth money. Oh well. I like how they separate everything by color. I always check the red rack for Buddhas. I love those little resin Chinese statues. I got a Ganesh in my first haul video. You can go back and check that out if you miss it. It's actually the statue of my avatar. not getting into costumes, but just like all other Goodwills, there are stacks of those. As you can see, I've already been through the men's clothes, so I might go do a little cursory glance again. But that's pretty much it for this store. Hey everyone, just getting home. Had a pretty freaking good day. I think today is one of the best score days that I've had. Well, man, Tuesday was so good. This one, though, is at least as good. And the crazy thing is, I went to the same freaking store that I did on Tuesday. And it's just, the stuff they get in there, it blows me away. I mean, it's just like a constant flood of really high-end clothing. And I mean, they got some other good stuff too, but if it wasn't for the clothing, I probably wouldn't be going to that store as much as I do. And it's the only thrift store in my area that I go to that actually has a lot of good clothing all the time. I mean, I check the clothing at some of my other stores, and you know, I can walk out with 10 items out of any thrift store that I walk into almost 90% of the time. And this place though, man, I fill up a cart every single time and I drop at least $100, and the stuff that I get is like stuff that I'm paying $2 or $3 for that I'm flipping for, you know, $15, $20, and then I'll get those 3 or 4 items out of the lot that I pay, you know, maybe $10 or $20 for that are worth hundreds. So one of the coats that I got today, it's 100% cashmere, like huge, heavy, long trench coat that should be worth hopefully a couple $100. But you know, they've always got other little stuff too that, I mean, I'll walk out of there with random electronics and toys and things like that all the time as well. Anyway, on to the scores. When I was walking around in there, I actually got this on video when I picked it up. It was $4. It's a Sony Discman. It's another thing that I got. This was $2. It's got to be worth 20 or 30 bucks at least. That AV power cord for the AV cable for PlayStation. This thing is $1.50. Anytime I can pick these up for less than $2, I grab them, just because I can. It's just handy to have them around. I find systems all the time with no cables, and those systems just sell better as complete systems. It's not one of those that I like to break up. That controller I was looking at, I grabbed that. It was $2.50. Same thing. It's nice to have a couple extra controllers around just so that you can slap a complete system together. And I mean, they sell for 40 or 50 bucks complete things. And when I get a whole bunch of controllers, then I'll just make I've got a stock photo that I use. It's like a big pile of controllers, and I'll just put up like 10 of them in one auction, like you know, quantity 10, and sell them one at a time for like 12 bucks a piece with free shipping, and they usually go really fast that way. The rest of the stuff was mostly clothing. I kind of touched on these when I was in the store on my video earlier, but they're BMW Gore-Tex motorcycle riding boots. I paid $12.50 for these things. They look like they haven't even been worn. I mean, there's no scrapes, no scratches, no nothing. It's got the little BMW pin on there. I mean, these things retail for $300, $400, $500 sometimes, depending on the brand. They've got this particular pair. It's got kind of chintzy armor. These would be more for like touring, but they fit, so I might have to keep them and buy a matching motorcycle to go with them. But if I don't decide to do that, I'll get at least $70 to $100 out of some of the small stuff that I bought. They had a box that they hadn't even put these out yet, but they were just starting to put out winter hats. And the only reason that I mess with all this stuff is because it's so small. Everything is lightweight. It'll all ship for like $2. So even if I sell it with free shipping, it's not going to break me. And you know, it's really fast and easy to list. It's all one size fits all. I got some more casual stuff. Found this vintage Ralph Lauren polo. I love this one. It's got the pocket with the US flag embroidery on it. These are pretty cool. This guy, I'm guessing will sell for at least 20 bucks, but I haven't done a whole lot of research on those, so I'm not sure. I grabbed these 4 shirts. I never heard of the brand, but they looked really nice. It's Daniel Camus, and just short sleeve button-up shirts. The buttons are all pretty similar, but they're different fabrics or different patterns and colors and stuff. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna sell these all in one lot. I paid $2 a piece for them, so I got $8 into them. And Daniel Crumier shirts seem to be selling for about $10 or $15 each. So hopefully in this lot like this, I'll get at least $50 for them. I got this t-shirt. It's just a random PD&C, but it's just a plain t-shirt, but it's got like the little details on the shoulders, like the old school military style details. I like this shirt a lot. If it fit me, I would keep it. It cost me $1. I'm gonna get it. I'll sell it for at least 10 or 15 bucks. I got these cargo pants. These actually do fit me, and cargo pants are more my style, so I might keep these. But they're Ralph Lauren polo. It cost me $3. I should get 20. I got another pair of Ralph Lauren polos, corduroys. Very good condition. Again, they were $3. Like I said, I will sell these for 20 bucks. I got this. I believe it's vintage. It's a Levi's shirt, but the shirt was $2.50. It's a little more than I like to pay for stuff like this, but Levi is Levi. You always get your money back. I got these Lucky Brand dungarees. I got 3 pairs of jeans. All of them are identical color, identical style, identical size. So I'm thinking that I'll be able to sell these in a lot for like at least 50 or 60 bucks. I paid $3.50 a pair. And I got this North Face jacket. It looks a little older. This exact jacket has sold several times for around $30. I paid $5. I snagged this. It's one of those luxury blend Banana Republic shirts. This is probably going to go to the consignment shop. But it was $3. It's like 75% silk, 20% cotton, 5% cashmere. But it's new with tags. So maybe I'll look it up and try and sell it, but I mean, 70 bucks. She'll probably sell it for 45 with the tag on it, and I would probably get 30. So not having to go through the hassle of taking pictures and shipping and listing and sitting on it waiting for it to sell, all that stuff. I'm willing to take the $5 or $10 loss or whatever, that like the less money that I would have gotten by just taking it to my consignment shop, dropping it off, letting her handle everything, and if it doesn't sell in a month, then I'll go and list it. This was a nice sweater. 100% cashmere. I get a lot of cashmere at this store for some reason. It's an upscale neighbor. 30 bucks minimum, maybe 60 or 70. Maybe more. Another 100% wool North Face sweater. $2.50. Can't go wrong. It's an awesome color. It's in good shape. It's got some piling, but what wool sweater doesn't? It's got to be 15 or 20 bucks at the very least. This thing was cool. As anybody who watches my videos knows, I do a lot of jiu-jitsu and grappling. And no, I don't actually plan on wearing this myself, but I don't know, maybe if enough people ask me, I'll model it for you in my next video. Do a couple haul videos in this puppy. It's a wrestling singlet. It's it was like $3, so I went ahead and grabbed it. They actually sell, and apparently one of the keywords that you need to use when you're selling used wrestling singlets is gay int. pro tip. Found this guy. This is going to my one of my consignment shops right away. Here's another one that's going to the consignment shop. It's a Eddie Bauer wool pullover. It's a full zip, like wool jacket. This one will be going to the consignment shop. She'll be able to sell it for more than I can, and she'll probably sell it a lot faster. And if it doesn't sell, then I can put it on eBay and it'll sell eventually. This is another one that I got for the consignment shop. Just a lightweight lambskin Eddie Bauer leather jacket. Paid $7.50 for it. Yeah. This was a hell of a score. I got 4 of these military Massif Army combat shirt. Probably standard issue. The stuff goes for like $25-$30 each shirt. I paid $2.50 a pop for them. New with tags. A couple of them have the tags removed. I might sell those 2 together. But 2 of them, I got 4 total. One of them came with a boonie cap. The boonie cap by itself will be another $10 bill. And the score of the day. This thing cost me $10. It's 100% cashmere. Giant trench coat. I mean, it fits me perfectly. But this isn't something I would ever wear, so I'm not keeping it. And it's worth way too much. It was sold by Neiman Marcus, which puts it in the high-end category, I do believe. And there was another label on it that identified it some more. I just don't remember. Ah, yes, on the pocket. If anybody can help me out with that, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, it's 100% cashmere trench coat. And the only ones that I saw that were selling were going for anywhere from $200 to $400. That was just a quick and dirty check on my phone. When I see something like this and it's $10, I'm not gonna sit there all day and make sure that I'm gonna get my money back, because I know right away that I will. You know, for $10, yeah. But please like, comment, subscribe. I really want to know what you all think of these videos. And just FYI, we've got some stuff coming up. I want to start doing a morning show with some of the other guys that always in the morning hangouts with. And if that's something that you might be interested in watching, then let me know, because the more support we get, the more likely we are to do it. And I'm thinking it'd be like an early morning thing, you know, probably about 9 a.m. Eastern time. It would start, and then we just talk for a couple hours and have different people on and stuff like that. Try and keep the same core guys, but I don't know what we're gonna do. We're just talking about it at the moment. But yeah, there's just nothing like that in the morning right now, and I think it would be a lot of fun. But we've got a lot of the stuff worked out, just not everything. But once again, like, comment, subscribe, and if you haven't joined my Facebook group, Thrift Store Scores on Facebook, Resale Ronin on Twitter, you can follow me there, and I will talk to you later. Thanks.